Today on Beardo and Weirdo, it's our 1-year anniversary. Kinda. We're a couple weeks off, but we're looking back at all the rock stars, all the comedians, all the incredible stories that we investigated on this show.
And we're bringing back your favorite kids, horsecock.
You can't get out from underneath the old horse.
It's a big shadow.
Why are there so many bleeps in the intro? You know us, you love us, and we love you. Craig Gass, comedian here. Chris Kael, Five Finger Death Punch. You want some more information? You can actually hang out with Chris while he's on tour with Five Finger Death Punch. All the info is at chriskael.com. And then you can see me doing stand-up, and you can see both of us doing stand-up. All those dates are at getgas.com. Getgas with 2 S's.com. We're back with my favorite person, my life partner.
Alex, good to see you, sir.
Great
good to see you,
Alex.
Excellent work, man. Excellent work. Man with the best hair in all of podcasting and never on camera.
1 year anniversary, dude. We did it. 1 year. And in 1 year, I know that we became the #1 podcast for over 100 people. The #1 podcast on Spotify for over 100 people.
Yep.
Which I think is great for 1 year. Top 10 for over 400 Spotify users. But the number that always blows us away is Instagram. Our videos on Instagram went to over 13 million views.
That's because of all you people at home, and we greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Now, like, subscribe, comment. Let's game that algorithm for year number 2, baby.
I can't believe this shit. Like, it started out as, like, you remember it the same way I do. It's like, yeah, man, let's get together and have fun.
Yeah, because you and I, every time that we would get together, we'd have these great conversations. You've got stories, I've got stories. We have this huge circle of friends and experiences that we're always like chatting about all the time. And finally, we're just like, What do we monetize this?
We were having dinner at a yard house up at that casino, Red Rock Casino.
Yeah.
With me, you, and Darcy.
Yep.
And Darcy's like, yeah, why don't you guys get going? And I go, yeah, that'd be a good idea. And you go, I asked you that. You go,
well, not for nothing, though. There was a long time when I was worried about
making it happen.
Yeah, making it happen, stepping on other people's toes that might not want me to step out and do a podcast.
Right.
But that has all been water under the bridge at this point, and it's been pretty damn good experience so far.
Which is crazy because the way it's turned out is that this might end up being a thing that your band also wants to use to help promote upcoming stuff with the band too. So
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Well, we promoted the tour. We had Cody Jinks on.
Yep.
Dude.
We're doing our part, Craig.
Yeah.
We're doing our part. Yep.
I got to say.
Got to keep Kael in his box, though.
Yeah. What's interesting.
That's hard to do, too. It's hard to do. God bless that. I'm going to keep on interrupting Craig over and over again because I'm talking about me right now, which is probably why they didn't want me to do the podcast in the first place.
What was fun about the podcast was talking about these conversations we would have. We'd get together, we'd hang, and sometimes it'd be like intense conversations about drug addiction, recovery, the paths we've been on, these very vulnerable conversations about our moms. Yep. We both love our moms. We both lost our moms in the last couple years.
Yep. Lost our girlfriends who we treated like moms often.
Yeah. Yep.
Please take care of me.
And then sometimes the conversations were just simply like, dude, you want to hear something crazy about that fucking guy?
Oh, yeah.
And then we'd come in here and try to do blind items about the same shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, it starts out, I made a bunch of notes that it starts out with us having fun.
Yeah. And it started off just like me and you. We were just talking about our own experiences and whatnot. And our very first guest.
First episode, first guest, Dave Buckner.
Dave Buckner, yep.
Dave Buckner, our buddy from Papa Roach, jumped in. And Dave ended up doing the show a few times because Dave then goes on to an episode which blew our minds when Bert Kreischer tried to do an intervention of Dave Buckner's 13-year-old son, Bon.
Who had never drank before.
Didn't even have any drinks or had never done any drugs.
That's what he said in front of his dad anyway. That's what I would have said too. So nice job, young blood.
I got to say, it's been brought to my attention by people who have teenagers that it is their belief that the teenagers today do not push boundaries like we used to.
Really?
That's what a lot of people
soft.
Yeah.
y'all are never going to have a podcast because you ain't going to have any stories.
But they also saw
and they all want podcasts.
Yeah.
And Instagram influencers, which, that's what I wanted to grow up to be when I was a young buck growing up in the early 80s.
So we start out with Dave Buckner. That's our first episode. And then your girlfriend left you.
Too soon, Craig.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Your girlfriend left you, and the mind-blowing part about it is that you're describing what happened, and we want to wait till we get in the studio to discuss it. And you said she left a note for me. Or you said, yeah, the place. And I go, the place was empty. You go, the place was empty except for a note. And I go, a note? Yeah, and I was like, oh, she left like a goodbye note. And you go, yeah. And I go, what did it say? And you fucking told us about the note on the air.
Yep.
And what she said in there. And then a couple weeks later, while you're going through that breakup and having a bad day, I have something terrible happening to me.
Yep, and you're messaging me and calling me and leaving me messages, and I just turned the phone off.
Yep.
Not today, Craig.
Yep.
Not today.
Yeah. And I was like, need to talk to you. Talk to you.
Sure, you know what? We got to schedule a podcast.
Yeah. I go, man, I need to know about the schedule because there's something really important going on. And you're like, dude, I got too much going on. I'm going through some shit. And then we get in the studio. And then I tell you on camera, my girlfriend left me, and you didn't believe it. And
nope.
In a very childlike way, you went, "Uh-uh."
Yeah.
And I went, "Uh-huh."
Yep. And we're gonna roll the clip that features that right there because that is one of my all-time favorite clips. Because
God, what an asshole.
I go from being concerned, but in my mind, I'm worried about one thing. Roll that beautiful bean footage there, Alex.
Maybe at some point I'll be in a place where seeing you in person is something I'll want to do. But for right now, I'm gonna go. Wish you the best. I'm like, no, you can't just. No, I had at this point when I got that message. I think I told you. I can't remember. I said, no, thank you. This stops now. This back and forth is cruel. I want no part of it. I'm not going to allow this to continue to happen. You know where you can find me. If you want to come over, sorry, I know Craig likes to do this a lot.
I always get like super ADHD.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, at this point, no, I'm taking my power back. I'm not doing this anymore.
Anybody else trying to reach you during this time that you're not responding to? Everybody.
My ex-wife Natalie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. So right after that, I was like, you know what? Okay. I'm not going to allow this access anymore. This manipulative kind of, back and forth. So now blocked on Instagram, blocked phone. If you want me now, come to my house. I am done. I'm done with it where it is right now. I'm not done with it where it was. And romanticizing back then, I very much would like it to go back to that. But where it is now, no, it's not happening anymore.
Dude, when your friends reach out to you and they need to talk to you, you got to call them back.
Oh, I would have. I was a bawling, crying mess. I had a panic attack that night, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought I was having a heart attack. I lost my shit.
Well,
and then the next day, I woke up. I was going to completely blow off training. I was not going to message Gil. Just fuck it. I don't care. I'm done with everything.
It hit you hard.
Oh, yeah. I was white knuckling life. Across the board.
Well,
every bad thing that I could have done, I wanted to do, and I was holding on. Yeah.
Well,
you know me, I go fucking dark.
Yeah, I don't relate to it. I needed to get in touch with you because I wasn't sure if I was going to come in today or not. I wanted to talk to you about that.
Oh, well, see, by me not responding, put a foot in your ass and got your ass in here. That's good.
I flew in here from Hawaii. I went to Hawaii, where my girlfriend and I broke up.
Shut up.
In Hawaii.
No way.
And it only gets worse from there.
Nuh-uh.
And I needed to talk to you.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
For real.
For real.
Look at me being a fucking dick. No way.
And I was trying to reach out to you to say, hey, man, I need some time to think about this before I actually talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And you weren't replying. And I was like, and then the prices kept going up. And I was like, fuck, you know what? I'll just go into Vegas. We'll just do this. And then I'll fly out from there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Did you get copyright on the fucking logo so we can still use that?
I told her I just want to give her a percent. I mean, this is before that conversation even happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
You know what? This is good news, Craig. Me and you both single at the same time. Oh,
I don't know if that's good news.
Lock up your daughters, gentlemen. Craig and Gas about to pound that ass.
I went down there with, you know who joined us was Dave Buckner and Stacy. They came down.
So he caused it then, is what you're saying.
No, not at all.
Y'all saw him on the podcast.
Not at all.
He looks like this nice guy.
They're both wonderful people.
In Hawaii.
Full bean footage?
Yeah, you remember that old fucking, there's a bean commercial back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, that'll be for people over 45.
Well, the thing that was fucked up about it is that I go through that breakup and I talk about that on the show.
Mhm.
And then a couple weeks go by and I have these nagging feelings about the breakup and about how it went down. And I start replaying it in my head to where I start to go, man, I think there was a misunderstanding there. And I think there was a misunderstanding here. And then
And to me, that all sounded like, jilted boyfriend. Like, oh man, I should really reach out to her. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Stay strong, bro.
Yeah.
Stay strong. Yeah. Come on, man. Be single with me. This is bullshit.
That is such a guy reaction.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
I love that. I remember one time hearing a friend of mine vent about his woman, and it's a musician friend of ours, and he was like, "Man, I was in a car with her, and she's just going off, and I'm driving, and she's nagging me about stuff, and I was like, ooh, I hate it when women do that." And he goes, and then she just keeps going on, and I'm like, look, man, can we just save it for another time because we're about to go to dinner with some friends, and she won't stop. I get to an intersection, and I'm like, I should just get out of the car and run. I'm like, yeah, get out of the car and run. Yeah, fuck her. And he goes, and then all of a sudden I realize, wait a minute. She's struggling right now and she's trying to talk to me. And here I am. And I went, I'm an asshole. Like, it just dawns on me like, God, I was only thinking from the guy point of view in that moment.
In that moment you realize both y'all are worthless.
Yeah.
You get out of the car.
You get out.
Yeah.
Everybody get out of the car. Give me the keys. Chris and I are going to In-N-Out. Fuck this. Yeah, but then I'm replaying the thing in my head with Darcy, and then I finally just she blocked me on everything.
Right.
She blocked my phone numbers.
And Craig went full bitch and reached out anyway.
Yep. I sent her a DM on Instagram and said,
"Oh, any routes that he could find to get into that box."
Well, thank God I did.
do mean both.
Thank God, because when I messaged her, she said, "Yeah, you can call me." So I called her, and the first thing she said was, "I'm mad at you." And I said, "Why are you mad at me?" She said, "Because you've been telling everybody I broke up with you." And I said, "You did break up with me." She goes, "No, Craig, you broke up with me." And I went, "You broke up with me?" And she goes, "Craig." And she replayed the last words of our last conversation over and over and over again until I finally went, holy shit.
Craig had the realization that I've had being on this podcast with you the last year. Craig does not listen.
Well, with you, I get easily distracted because you're always making jokes. And it's funny because when I go back to look at highlights to make a reel, I watch it and go, God damn, that was funny.
One of my favorite things about here is like, I'll say something and you'll just keep on going on because you're like laser focused on what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And I just look at Alex. I'm like,
yep.
Yep. So anytime you see me do this,
which is often.
Yeah. Rewind and because there was a bomb that dropped right there that Craig was not paying attention to.
It's because I know that I will get distracted by the joke and I will go off course and I'll be like, no, what was I saying?
Yep.
And I just think about the listener going, what was the rest of that thing? But I get, shiny keys. I'm just like, I'm distracted. So we had our breakups. That, by the way, when I had that realization with her that it was actually me that broke up with her, it led to this epiphany that I pushed people away, and it was because a lifetime of pain and people hurting me from family, friends, girlfriends, and when I get the
co-hosts,
when I get the feeling that someone's about to hurt me, I go, oh, okay, bye. Before you can hurt me, I'm gonna bail.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bail, and I'm constantly.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of people out there that are in those same situations. Now, is the fear of commitment as well?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There's definitely a fear of commitment, and the fear of commitment is because of the pain.
Exactly.
The fear of the commitment. And dude, keep in mind, from the time I'm 13 years old, I start sneaking backstage into shows, not to meet bands, but to meet people who work on the tours. I want to know, how'd you get this job? Like, what's your job? What do they call you?
And where do they keep the free water?
Yeah.
Hey, Billy.
We're getting to that.
Yep.
We're getting to that. But as we're going through my teenage years, I start getting passes to every concert, and I'm backstage at every show where I witnessed
looking like this too
firsthand.
Normally, you got to be a lot more blonde, a lot taller, thinner. But you, Craig Gass, managed to get yourself backstage at all the shows.
One of these days, we're going to come in and do an episode where we reveal our high school pictures of ourselves.
I am that skinny blonde with the long hair back then.
I am the guy in Poison.
Really?
Or
Nice.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's, in fact, one of my senior pictures, because I had multiple senior years because I never finished high school.
Mhm.
One of my senior pictures is laughable. How much it looks like I'm in a Bon Jovi tribute band.
The one video that I remember
Was
that
Sam
we've
Kinison.
shared, Sam Kinison on
Yeah.
here. And that's a good one to roll here where you can really see Craig in his element right there.
Yeah, this is me at 18 years old on cocaine.
I'm sorry to be slow, but there's this girl that, like, was the kind of women I knew I would meet if I stayed in Business long enough and stayed alive. It was a late struggling high, so I want to fuck her because we like to share women and good things. So that's what took me so long. I just want to say hello to Tucson and that you gave me about $28,000 and I was there for one night. The reviewers are He's a fuck. Yeah. Where's his fucking name? He's the asshole. Oh, that's the motherfucker, man. That motherfucker's an asshole. Scott Skinner with one T. He's a male cunt. His dad blasted his male fetus when he was pulled out of the womb of his fucking motherfucker. Fuck him. But I love Tucson. The city was great.
Probably both of you in that video.
Yeah, both of us were probably on cocaine at the time. But all my teenage years, I'm watching women, and not just like I'm watching girls who I see backstage at every show, and I'm like, that guy was with, or that girl was with, I saw her hooking up with somebody at the last concert. Now she's hooking up with this guy. Now she's hooking up with whatever. But then there were women I'd see backstage who were good women who were married, had a good job. They were, but they're backstage and they're like, it's my one chance to be with John Bon Jovi. I'm going for it. And I witnessed that over and over again throughout all my teenage years. And it fucked my head up.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I was picking bad women. And so the bad women I'm picking are leading to short, painful relationships. And I don't trust anybody. I mean, it's all my experiences led to distrust. So yes, I have a fear of commitment. It's because of that. And also problems I had growing up as a kid in a deaf family where everybody needs me. I'm 5 years old. And
No one's committed to the conversation, what you're saying?
Everybody needs me to help the conversation. Like, hey, tell this person we need you to help this. Need you to help this. Yeah.
Still happened today.
Yep. So you see where the trauma starts, but it led to couples therapy and then personal therapy, and I'm still continuing with that.
Yep. And now Craig is happily back in that relationship.
Yes.
And I'm still single.
Yes, you are.
Maybe I need to be going to extra therapy sessions myself.
Which, by the way, we should point out, Chris was getting ready to do an episode called Chris's Big Surprise, which was You Were in Love.
Yes.
And that lasted about a week.
Well,
What happened?
Man, it's I'm very much hands off the wheel. The person that I was becoming smitten with, still quite the fan, but she of lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Fear of commitment.
Just other pressing issues.
Okay.
On kind of both of our ends, I guess, that still need to kind of be, worked out. There is no perfect time, but there's also like I don't want to be jumping into something that's what are you doing over there?
Well, I'm just saying, in other words, Chris is going on the road and he's single.
I don't give a damn about any of that though.
Hello, Little Rock. Chris Kael is coming to town with his penis. And
I'll be appearing at Chinatowns all across the United States.
He does have a favorite Crayola color, and it can only be found in the Chinatowns of every city. So,
and what's funny is that girl that I was talking to, blonde white girl. Yep. So I just can't be fucking.
You know what would be funny?
Nope.
A year from now is when we're doing episodes after this tour is over and we have people in the studio and they go, I actually met you before. And you go, really? And you go, yeah, I was in the Chinatown district of.
I thought you were going to go in a completely different direction because there was one time that I was at a festival somewhere and there was a girl that came up and I knew that I knew her, but I wasn't sure from where. And I was so hoping that it wasn't that I'd forgotten about that. And I still don't know to this day if that's how I knew her.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So what I'm saying is, kids, drop out of school, join a band. And you too can forget most things. Actually, add drugs and alcohol onto that too. I used to have a terrible memory. Natalie, my ex-wife, she used to always get on me about repeating stories and all that stuff.
Ooh.
And then I have found that in sobriety and whatnot, my memory is much better.
Well, that's good.
And there's been a couple of times when, like past trauma from me being wrong, she'll say, that's not how that happened. I'm like, no, hold on. I know that's how it happened now. Like I can stand up and say, hold on, now I know. And I actually busted her a couple of times, like, ha, ha, ha. I told you I was right, woman. I told you I was right. After knowing you for 20 years, I've been right twice.
Can you guess what our first big episode was? I think you can guess what our first big viral moment, 1 million views.
That was the lovely Miss Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm.
No.
The lovely Mr. Rudy Sarzo.
No. And by the way, Lizzie Hale is almost 3 million.
Lovely horsecock episode.
Horsecock episode was our first viral moment. And I think we were maybe a month in, and horsecock went viral. When we found a guy on the internet who was in a hardcore band from Washington State. I believe he was actually from Federal Way, if I remember correctly, because I used to live up there in Seattle. That's where my comedy career started.
Yep. 15 people got real excited about hearing their town.
Yeah. And this guy in a hardcore band had done a speech on stage that caught everybody's attention, because the speech was about, I have had a bad job. And everyone goes, yeah, me too. And my job was, I worked at a horse insemination plant. And everyone in the crowd's like, okay. And then he goes into like, I had to jerk off these horses. What? And then he goes into the speech, and here's the speech that went viral on Instagram. Someone released this video, and this guy's just sharing his story. And this is his motivational speech leading up to the next big song.
Roll the clip.
When I was 15 years old, I started my first job. I worked at something called a horse insemination plant. Every goddamn day.
Guy's nodding, just waiting for the next song.
And I'd go to this barn, and I'd have to walk down a line with a horse on either goddamn side of me. And I had to grasp in each hand a throbbing horse.
That guitarist does not want to be there.
Rub it until completion.
He's like,
and collect it in a jar. There's the man who owns the horse and gets the money. There's the man who has the money and gets the horse. And there's us, me, you. We back off the horses. And we can
I love a good hardcore breakdown.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite hardcore breakdowns I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. Did he need to go with throbbing?
Good point.
Yeah. I mean, he was really focused on this experience.
I love that as he's getting into the end of the speech, like, there's me, you, we jack off the horses. And the guy's like, yeah, let's just go. Let's go. Like, are you not listening to this fucking speech?
Yeah.
1 million views.
That's right. Bunch of dirty people out there loving the filthy clips.
And by the way, our friends at Loudwire made a comment about that and said that we've noticed that it's just certain words will go, if they're even remotely sexually relatable in the word search, that it will go viral no matter what's in it.
It makes sense. Yeah, because that's what all my searches are.
Yeah. Then here's the crazy thing. Chris and I start getting involved in investigations. I mean, are you a fan of Dateline 2020, like investigation stuff like that?
I used to be, but as we both know, I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to none of that stuff anymore.
But just stories like investigation.
Now we
are the
dictate the news.
We dictate the news, man.
We have become the news. I don't have to watch the news anymore, Craig, because I create news right here on Beardo and Weirdo.
We do. We had a couple of moments. One was the horsecock became a news story. There was a Korn concert that I went to where a guy several hundred feet away from me was really enjoying the show, and he
still caught Craig in the eye.
Yeah,
hell of a trajectory, young man. Hell of a trajectory.
How did he not make the Olympic team? But there was the Korn concert guy. There was an amazing story that I caught online that I told you about, and I knew Chris was going to get pissed when he saw it. And it was a guy who actually followed the funeral procession into Ace Frehley's funeral. And then the guy reached out to me personally and said, hey, man, it's not what you think. I would actually like to be on your show.
And it turns out
he's even worse than we thought.
Exactly. It was what we thought and more.
Because the guy said, I would like to just explain myself. I'm just a fan, and I'm just trying to show other Ace Frehley fans what's going on. Here's an example of my work. And his work was, believe it or not, this guy sneaking onto Ace Frehley's property and saying in the video, I am trespassing right now. And here's that clip. It's absolutely terrifying. Yeah, we are trespassing. He just...
We're at the. I'm trespassing right now.
I'm trespassing right now.
So he has some level of self-awareness.
This is the video he sent me.
The purpose of sending you this. To show
I
that
don't
he's
know.
fucked all
He won't
around?
come on the show to explain it.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
It keeps going. You got to hear.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh my God. He
I'm gonna
knows.
walk as far as I can before anybody sees us.
Before he gets fucking
I'm
shot.
not wearing
Yeah.
a mask. So right there on the left, where that brick is, that's where the studio was underneath the ground. And we could see right there, it's like
My
below.
God.
And see over here, we used to be able to see from the top of the hill.
You used to be able to see from the
and a
top of the
couple
hill.
times
So
I
he
ran-
knows the
that's over here for
landscape
the
because
other
he used to
side.
watch from other parts of the property.
Should we keep walking?
By all means, don't get a gimbal either.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And Ace Scoble or Ace Scobie,
Should we keep walking?
whatever name you go by, if you want to explain what we're watching, please come on the show. But he continues up.
How long is this?
It's another 2 minutes.
Is get anything
But
different?
there's a couple things that he says, though, that are kind of alarming.
Okay. Kind of.
Yeah.
Let's dig on the ground. Let's go see the studio. I got to do it.
God.
I got to do it.
Yeah.
There's Ace's studio. Ace in the whole studio here. I am trespassing.
Get my music
I
ready.
am trespassing, he says.
Mhm.
He just gave out the address of the place.
Hold on.
I am trespassing. I am in Connecticut, and he
Here's
gave out the
Ace's
street
studio right
address.
there, 'cause the top of the hill, I used to be able to see over here.
Used to be.
And Ace's studio is over there.
Ah.
Here's where Ace's studio was, right here. Right there. Yeah. Only you have the address
What is happening here?
I'm guessing they're singing an Ace song.
to the elder.
Ah.
Yeah. And they walk around the driveway.
I mean, I'm a huge Kiss fan.
Yeah.
Never would I think about doing that.
We had some more investigations where, you turned me onto a story about the girl who was thrown off the crowd. She was trying to crowd surf, and there was some really shitty behavior going on at the Louder Than Life festival. One that we were both really shocked by. Famous rock photographer Ross Halfin.
Woo, that was a good one.
Oh my God.
Yep.
There was Jeremy Wagner, the singer of Broken Hope, came on with us and shared his story about taking Ross Halfin to court. Ross Halfin, the famous photographer, most famous for Metallica photos, Aerosmith. He shot all those video footage montages that you saw from the farewell show with Ozzy, the Back to the Beginning shows, where they showed like, all right, just all the singers performing at the thing. All right, now just all the Ozzy former band members. All right, now just Black Sabbath. Now just the guitarist, whatever. That was Ross Halfin directing everything. And Ross Halfin admitted in court that he passed off somebody else's work as his own and sold it to somebody, just signed somebody else's photos and sold it for, was it $7,000 or $8,000?
I believe it's $7,000.
$7,000.
Yeah.
And he admitted in court. And I feel like there's still some fallout that may come from that story.
No, man, that was a once in a lifetime thing that he did.
Yeah. Then we had the one moment I just talked about last night because I had dinner last night with Eddie Trunk and Brian Slagle.
Oh, nice.
And Eddie was asking about by the way.
Real quick, though, I would like to back up.
Sure.
One sense. This again shows that Craig does not listen. Jeremy Wagner is a guitarist, not a vocalist.
Oh. Well, he is my friend now. We now text each other from time to time. And
So I just wanted to make sure, because even when you said it in the original episode, I was like, I don't think that's the case. And then I don't think Jeremy even he never
That's right.
corrected you. But then I saw people in the comments saying, get it right. He's a guitarist. I was like, that's what I thought it was. And I know he reads the comments.
Yeah.
but he still doesn't pay attention. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep commenting. We're going to keep on doing the same thing.
Can I just say this to the camera? Hi, I'm Craig, and I don't pay attention. And I want to apologize to everybody that I wasn't paying attention to. And I love Jeremy. I love Broken Hope because of this story, and I love the tenacity he has in fighting this case. So from now on, I will pay attention.
Mark it down. Timestamp that. Timestamp that. We're going to see how far into this episode that even lasts.
Good point. And then
so Brian Slagle, Eddie Trunk.
Eddie Trunk last night, hanging out. Eddie Trunk says he would love to do the show.
Hell yes.
So it's just a matter of figuring out what is the best use of Eddie Trunk in the coming weeks to get him to come in. But he wants to do the show. He said he would absolutely love to. And then Slagle said, yeah, I did his show. It was a lot of fun. And I said, well, I mean, it was a lot of fun, but there was a fucking problem. And it was a great problem to have. Brian Slagle is at an AC/DC concert the night before he comes in. And he goes to the AC/DC concert with a friend of his. And he retold the story last night at dinner.
Oh, yeah?
He goes, I'm at the AC/DC concert with my buddy. And I go, hey, man, I can't stay out late with you tonight. I got to get up early. I'm going to go do a podcast. And my buddy said, what podcast? And I said, Craig Gass actually has a podcast.
And this guy loves Craig Gass.
And the guy said, oh, man, can I hang out with Craig Gass? And Brian said, oh, I think Craig would love to see you.
And what's so cool is, and we're going to show it right here, is that it was this man right here that wanted to hang out with Craig Gass.
I said noon. He said, do you mind if I crash? I go, hell no.
You're kidding.
So yeah, so he's here because for some reason he likes you. I don't know.
I love Kerry so much, man. He's such a...
And Chris is a good guy too.
Yeah. I'm just here in awe that I'm even part of this conversation.
I didn't even know you were going to be here.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
Exactly. I got to tell
Maybe
you,
he wouldn't have showed up. I don't know.
This is a
surprise for everybody.
I always feel like, even though he's always nice to me, that I should give him a wide berth. I'm very self-conscious of not bothering people. And I ran into Kerry backstage at a Scorpion show a couple years ago. I was with my ex. And Kerry said...
Technically, sorry, it was a Skid Row show.
Yeah, it was Skid Row. Yeah, that's right. Because it was.
That's why he was there.
Yeah, I didn't even see Scorpions.
We were actually standing in Skid Row's dressing room the whole time the Scorpions were on stage. That is true. And I remember Kerry said, I just moved to New York. And I said, dude, I'm there like all the time doing stand-up. And he goes, you should call me. And I go, absolutely. I thought I was being nice. And he said, no, you should call me. You should call me. And when we walked away, my ex said, that guy Kerry really likes you. And I go, no, he's really nice. And she goes, you should call him. And I go, I don't want to bother him. And she goes, no, I think the way he talked to you, I think he kept bringing it up. Remember at the end of the night when we walked out, Kerry said, hey, man, you should call me. You should call him. And I go, babe, he's in Slayer. I don't know if he has any feelings. And she goes, no, you should call him. So a week later, I go, okay, I'll text him. And I said, hey, buddy, coming to town. I hope you don't mind me telling people what your response was. You said, oh, man, I'm out of town. And you put a couple crying emojis. And I said, a guy from Slayer just sent me emojis. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock.
That scared the shit out of me. That genuinely scared. When the door opened up and we go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Kerry King from Slayer is just standing in our doorway. And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, wanted to surprise you, man. And I go, all right. And he goes, is Brian not here? And we go, no. And he goes, oh, man, I was hoping, God damn it. And he's like, I guess I ruined the surprise. And he walked in. And my favorite thing was watching Alex. I'm like, hey, so we're going to need a couple of mics here, Alex. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So Alex was like, okay, sir, why don't you sit here? And then you sit here. And he goes, and what is your name? And he goes, Kerry. And he goes, Kerry. Okay. And then he sits down. And then at some point, I noticed Alex, when we start talking about Slayer, I noticed Alex go, there's two moves. There's this move, and then a minute later, this move. And then...
Are you talking about Alex or are you talking about me?
Alex.
Same thing out of me with that same reaction.
Alex takes the picture, and then you start seeing this. Like, and then he's texting a buddy like, dude, is this the guy from Slayer? And then his friend's like, holy shit, what's he doing there?
Yeah.
And crazy enough, I mean, it was just a random thought of the moment. Alex did a backlight on him that was in red for Kerry King, which looked
Did Alex do that?
so
or
cool.
Was that our
Or
Lord
did
and Savior?
Satan do that?
Our Lord and Savior.
So having Kerry King in as our first surprise guest, we may end up with another surprise guest. I have a feeling someone in the future is going to be bringing a surprise guest with them because they're traveling with somebody, but they didn't say whether or not that person was going to be coming with them. So we also had a moment where I had to let Chris down. Chris found a new friend. He found not just a new friend, Chris found a new BFF. And I had to tell him, Chris, we've all fallen in that trap and fallen in love with that man too and thought we were BFFs with him.
A victim of the rock of love.
100% true. There is something so charming about Bret Michaels that he will make you feel like $1 million, man. He'll find out a little bit of information about you. And dude, I got to say, Bret Michaels works a full-time job. From the moment he gets to the venue, that festival where you and him became friends.
Yep.
That festival, I saw him like, hey, man, let me come over and say hi to the firefighters. What's happening, brother, man? Hey, man, you guys local firefighters, I'm Bret Michaels. How you doing? You want to take a picture? Come on, bring it in. Let's do it. And he, you know, hey, man, you guys paramedics. Hey, man, nice to meet you. I'm Bret Michaels. And people are being charmed all the way down the line in the backstage area. He's saying hi to everybody. You drive the go-karts? Hey, man, what's your name? Philip. Hey, man, good go-kart. Let me have a picture of it. And he's like, he's just charming as shit.
Yeah.
And but I also noticed in the one moment I had with him where he said, hey man, how's Howard Stern doing? You still doing Family Guy? And I was like, how do you remember this? I didn't even tell you about this.
Yep.
And then I see a few minutes later somebody whispering in his ear, all right, this is Chris Kael. He's the bass player for Five Finger Death Punch. He also has a podcast. Okay. What's up, Chris Kael? How's the band doing, man? How's Five Finger Death Punch, man? You still doing the podcast? Like, he's charming everybody's.
And I had heard that story from Craig before meeting Bret, and I'm like,
you still fell for it.
I was like, I know what you're up to, Bret.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. We're still best friends.
We're still best friends. Yeah. I mean, dude, Chris and Bret Michaels genuinely hung out not only during the show on stage, where he kept talking during the concert, but also off stage. He was like, he sent his security guy to come up and tell you, like, hey, Bret wants to spend some more time with you in his dressing room. You're like, I'll blow him right now. Let's go.
So that was your response, Craig.
Did I mention to you about what Big John, the memory I brought up to him that night at that concert festival?
I don't believe so.
I hadn't seen Big John in a long time. And if you watch Rock of Love, you know Big John from that TV show Rock of Love. He's been Bret's security guard for over 20 years. And I said, man, John, I have one of the funniest memories of you from like 15 years ago. And he goes, oh man, was I an asshole to you? And I go, no. But you said something very funny to me. It was after a Poison concert, and I get brought into a backstage area where I'm in a holding pen with literally hundreds of women. It's me and one friend and hundreds of women. You come out and go, hey, ladies, the band's going to be coming out soon. We'll just give us about a half hour, but there's some drinks, help yourself, whatever. And then he sees me and he comes over and he goes, hey, Craig, hey, man, the guys are really excited that you're here, but they're taking showers, getting ready, man. So it's going to be a little bit. And I go, yeah, no problem, man. I'm here to hang out. And he goes, all right, so yeah, just sit tight, man. Everybody was excited to hang out with you. By the way, just real quick, if you do leave, just do me a favor. Do not take one of these women with you. And I went,
yeah.
Really?
Quite an appetite that band has.
Wow.
Hundreds
of women. Hundreds of women. And I can't talk to a couple women and go, hey, let's go hang out somewhere. Really?
Nope. Hundreds
of women. I can't take two of them out of here.
Yep. So trying to take water from Billy Joel.
Yeah.
They knew what you were up to.
Do you have any personal highlights of the last year?
Man, just getting to hang out with you the whole time, really getting close. Being able to meet Alex, really focus on his hair over here. Jealous about that still. Saw videos of Phil and Selmo this week where, speaking of good hair, man's always been bald for a long time. I think that boy might have gone to Turkey.
Why?
He got a nice little hairline on him in these videos I saw just recently. I was like,
whoa.
Yeah,
really?
But he's been shaving his head forever, so I don't know if I'm just being angry and bitter that I can't grow it. And Phil is older than me and still being able to do it, but I might have to go to Turkey too.
Well, I'm going to blow through some of the other highlights that we've had in the last year. We had...
much like you did at the Bret Michaels show.
Josh,
except it wasn't comments you were blowing through.
Josh Bernstein came in to talk about the Vinnie Paul cookbook, which was hilarious. We went to Australia. we did a lot of episodes about Metallica, including going to Australia because we ended up hanging out at the Metallica shows out there in Australia.
Even more episodes about Ozzy with his untimely passing. See?
I was just going to say, with the biggest news story in this genre of music in the last year, without question, was Ozzy. And because of Ozzy's passing, we talked, even before when he was just doing the Back to the Beginning show, we got a bunch of our friends to join us. Mm-hmm. Dave Ellefson from Megadeth, Lizzie Hale, which was a great interview, Whitfield Crane, who killed it. And then when Ozzy passed, we had Brian Head Welch join us. Yep. John Dolmayan from System of a Down. Brian Head Welch, of course, from Korn.
Even Dave Landau, who had been to that show.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
No. It wasn't Dave Landau. It was the comedian, Pete Lee.
Pete Lee is who
Pete
it was.
Lee.
Yep.
And
sorry about that, Pete and Dave.
And Pete had some final words from Ozzy, of his final words to him, which you can see.
He goes, "No, Pete, stay there." And I hear Ozzy go, "Who's Pete?" And he goes, "He's a comedian. He's stuck in the Port-a-Potty because you guys hit it." And and he goes, "Oh, that's why we hit. Okay." And he goes, "I'm gonna get Ozzy in the chair, and then I'm gonna come get you." And I'm like, "How the fuck is he gonna get me?" Like it's just like it's a railing. I'm like, "How do I don't know how to get out." And I'm like, do I climb over the railing, or I don't know what's going to happen, or do I climb on top of his Bentley and roll off? And so he's like, "Trust me, I'll come get you." And so he puts Ozzy in the chair, and then he comes and he goes, "Lean over the railing." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Titanic, dude." So I like lean over it, and he grabs me like how you grab a child that you're babysitting by the armpits, and he just goes effortlessly, and he just sets me down right next to Ozzy, and Ozzy goes, "Oh, did he just pick you up like a child?"
like Simba for Lion King. Simba!
Yeah. And you got to imagine that I'm on mushrooms and everything's funny to me and I'm quick-witted. And I go, "Did he just pick you up like a baby?" And he started laughing. He goes, "I guess he did. That was..." And I didn't understand.
Like my Lemmy story.
I love it. I didn't understand. Yeah. And we were just laughing. And I go, I'll never have a chance to say this to you, but I love you and thank you so much. And I just walked away.
Pete, that is such a great story. You got the moment with Ozzy on his final night that he performed.
On his final night. And dude, his performance was insane.
And then after Ozzy's passing, we had John Dolmayan from System of a Down, Big Dave, who was Ozzy's assistant. We had Stephen Ray, who was Ozzy's assistant. We had Dave Buckner share Ozfest stories. And then, of course, our most popular episode on YouTube, Rudy Sarzo.
Absolutely.
Rudy Sarzo, last I saw, was well over 40,000 views. Mm-hmm. And man, there's one moment, dude, between us, when there's a moment that the person we're interviewing goes, "Oh, man. I've actually never said this before." Chris and I look at each other and go, "Oh, we got it. We got it. And Rudy Sarzo gave us a doozy right here.
Being able to see that in person as well for you with the history that you have with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, because this was after that record came out after I left the band.
Right.
To go back to what became known as the Quiet Riot version, mental health version of Quiet Riot. So it's, and I really haven't talked much about this. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you brought it up because maybe I need to get it out of my system or something like that. Unfortunately, my attitude, which I regret now, I wasn't very keen on anything post Randy.
Right.
Until Zach. Because I felt that Zach was the first guitar player that really gave kudos to Randy. And only because I was there, Randy was responsible for me joining the band.
Oh, yeah.
And I was there when Randy died. And I was there when we carried on without him. The pain, the loss, the trauma of it, that I guess it was part of my being traumatized by Randy's death, that maybe I wasn't willing to accept anything after Randy passed away,
Mhm.
you know, regarding Ozzy. Not Ozzy himself, but just the fact that people coming into the band and maybe not giving, you know, the proper kudos
Mhm.
to Randy for his contributions to it, you know. And I regret that. I regret that because I think that uh I lost a period of that band that I could have really enjoyed at the time. I
Yeah.
enjoy it now because I'm able to listen to it without
Without attachments.
any. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Were you able?
Exactly.
Did you vocalize at the time your displeasure with carrying on after Randy to people?
I understood. I understood the importance of the band carrying on at that moment after Randy passed away because it was very clear that Ozzy would have drank himself to death.
Yeah.
If he was just like, okay, we're gonna cancel the tour and everybody go home. No, it would have not turned out well.
That was amazing.
Yes, sir. So we've had quite the adventure over the past year. So,
Also,
what am I missing?
I was molested by a dolphin. Chris had hot yoga with Sebastian Bach.
And Sean Strickland as well. For UFC fighter.
Oh, that's right. With
Sean Strickland. We're going to have a little story about that coming up here pretty soon, too.
We had Wayne Lozenak from Hatebreed, an incredible episode to talk about his operation he had.
What time is it right now in the episode? Remember when I said, let's mark that first time when Craig doesn't listen?
And then we had a collection of stand-up comedians. Chris, you're trying to get ahead of the game. I'm almost done. Pete Lee, Dave Landau, Tom Rhodes, and our buddy Carrot Top. All of them are our buddies, but Carrot Top came in and killed it. But there is one episode that haunts me and will haunt me for the rest of my life when I casually told you a story about meeting my all-time favorite artists. My 3 all-time favorite artists are Korn, Beastie Boys, but number one, I have to say, is Billy Joel. I have very eclectic taste in music, but I think Billy Joel is the greatest artist of all time. And I told you about the one time I met Billy Joel, and you just asked one question about how I snuck in backstage to steal some water out of his catering, and how I saw Billy standing there, so I went to go say hi to him. And you were like, how do you do that? And I go, oh man, I did it just like this. And Chris laughed so hard that his hat popped right off his head. And here it is. Watching several hours of bad decisions with drugs and alcohol, I'm certain he's my dad. And so I'm walking down the hallway. I see Billy Joel standing in the hallway, and he's standing in a spot where there's no security, no nothing.
Which means your golden opportunity. Here we go.
Yep.
Craig Gass, stepping up.
I pass him, but I talk as I pass him. I go, hey, Billy. I love how much just that tickled Chris. Was that too casual, guy, for you? Why did that make you laugh so hard?
Hey, Billy. Knowing the stories that I've heard about Billy Joel, there's no way he liked that shit at all. His reaction was not just
hey, Billy. Hey, fuck you.
Hey, Billy. Hey, security.
Hey, Billy.
Get this Make-A-Wish out of here.
Oh, my God.
Tell your mom I said never to send you back up here again.
I walk past him and I go, hey, Billy. I go, my name is Craig. I'm a stand-up. Hey, Billy. Billy Joel is such an asshole. Just on sight. I'm so unlikable to Billy Joel that he's like I'm going to punch this guy in the throat.
It's going into the Beardo and Weirdo Hall of Fame.
I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, man.
I know how Billy Joel feels about it because, whoo.
So, yeah. But this first year has been a tremendous amount of fun, and I'm excited for year number 2. I cannot believe the success we've had already. And I look at other podcasts and shows that I follow. We're already ahead of the curve of where they started at. So,
even without all that stuff, I'm still having a great time doing this thing. It's been a great experience for me, especially in the very beginning, going back and listening to some of those early episodes and hating my voice.
Really?
Oh, man. I don't like hearing myself speak, but I think I got rid of some of those idiosyncrasies within my speech. Yeah, part of the reason I like doing this is just to develop as a person and learn new skills and whatnot. And it's been a lot of fun just hanging out with you, learning a lot of patience, a lot of learning how to listen, a lot of therapy talk, a lot of doing nothing but lifting you up and singing your praises all the time, never, ever making fun of you. So it's been a lot of, it's been very rewarding, Craig.
I appreciate your patience. And every comedian has that same painful thing of hearing themselves when they watch themselves do stand-up. We all hate to watch. I hate to watch myself on TV and any TV show I've been on. It's not coming out the way you think. Like when you look at it, it's like, that is not how I feel like I'm behaving when I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So when you watch yourself, it is a very painful experience. And we're going to be working around your schedule a lot this year.
Goddamn right.
You're going to be doing a few months of touring.
Yep.
But we're going to make some shows happen.
Yep.
I know we're about to confirm dates in New York and Houston, Texas.
That's right. Yep.
And
Part of the reason we were doing this whole stand-up thing and the podcast thing is that way when Five Finger Death Punch goes out on the road, I know that Metallica would do a full Metallica weekend.
Yes.
Where you have Friday Metallica playing, Saturday off, and then Sunday Metallica playing again. So they would schedule rock shows of bands that they like in those areas, and all the fans would come to there to check out those bands. So I think it would be a good idea if we have a day off before a show and we have a day off in that city to bring Beardo and Weirdo and our stand-up comedy to you, the fans, and we are actively working on that right now. So
we'll be on the road, and Chris Kael, by the way, on the road doing VIP packages where you can get at chriskael.com.
Yes.
chriskael.com, and also tour dates that we're doing together you can find at getgas.com. Getgas with 2 S's.com. And we will see you on the road. And we're on to year number 2. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for following us. Sometimes some of you send us gifts. Thank you for the gifts.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah.
I forgot, Craig.
You have a gift?
When I was in Cabo.
Oh, shit.
Out there with the Whales.
Yep.
I know that your Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did.
So I wanted to get you a little gift. I'll let you do the opening here.
Okay.
There you go, Craig.
All right.
Make sure you get that rattle in there.
Feels like a glass, like a piece of glass. Get out of here. What? No way. Oh, dude, that is so cool.
Yeah, got you a gift while I was out there on vacation. I was thinking about you, Craig. I know you went to the Super Bowl. What, did you get me anything?
I did. I have re-gifted this shirt you made fun of me with. This is called Hey, Craig's a Dipshit t-shirt. Hey, Billy. On to year number 2, where I'm going to hopefully become more thoughtful. Getgas.com.